Okay, so I want to ask you something. Have you ever just woken up, middle of the night? No alarm, no noise. Nothing happened. You just opened your eyes, and the clock says 3 a.m. I mean exactly 3 a.m. Not 2:58, not 3:04, 3 a.m. And your heart is just going, not pounding, just aware, like your body knew something before your brain did. Yeah, that has happened to me more times than I can count. And for the longest time, I just thought, okay, I am a light sleeper. Stress, maybe. Too much on my mind. But then I actually started looking into why this happens. And what I found genuinely changed how I think about sleep, about the human brain, about ourselves, honestly. So here is the thing most people do not know. Your body runs on a 24-hour internal clock. Doctors call it a circadian rhythm. And this clock controls everything. Your temperature, your hunger, your mood, your energy, all of it running on this invisible biological timer inside you. Now, at 3 a.m. specifically, something really unusual happens. Your cortisol, which is basically your body's stress and alertness hormone, starts its sharpest rise of the entire day, right there, at 3 a.m. Your body is essentially booting up hours before you even need to be awake. And sometimes catch it happening. You wake up right in the middle of that process. But okay, here is where this gets really interesting. 3 a.m. has been called the witching hour across dozens of completely separate civilizations throughout all of human history. Ancient Rome, medieval Europe, East Asia, indigenous cultures across both hemispheres. None of them connected to each other. None of them with any knowledge of biology or cortisol or circadian rhythms. And yet, all of them independently landed on the exact same hour as the most significant, most eerie, most spiritually charged time of the night. How does that happen? Like, genuinely, how does that happen? Science gives us the cortisol explanation, and sure, that makes sense. But it does not fully explain why, thousands of years before anyone understood human biology, people all over the world were already marking this specific hour. There is something else I found that completely shifted my perspective. A historian named Roger E. Kirch spent decades going through hundreds of ancient documents, diaries, court records, medical texts, literature. And what he found was, before artificial light existed, humans did not sleep the way we do now. We did not just go to bed and sleep 8 hours straight. We slept in two separate periods. First sleep from around 9 or 10 p.m. until about midnight or 1 a.m. Then people would wake up naturally and stay awake for 1 to 2 hours, just quietly awake in this middle of the night space, and then they would drift back to sleep until morning. That middle waking period was not seen as a problem. It was actually considered the most valuable time of the human day. People used it for things that required real depth, prayer, journaling, deep conversation, creative thinking. The ideas that came in that space were considered more honest, more clear, more real than anything that came during daylight. And here is what hit me when I read that. What if waking up at 3 a.m. is not your body failing? What if it is your body doing exactly what human bodies have always done? What if that restless middle of the night awakening is actually your most natural state? Because think about it, 3 a.m. thoughts feel different. They feel heavier, more real, more honest somehow. That is because at that hour, your brain's emotional filters are at their weakest. The mental walls you keep up during the day are down. What comes to you at 3 a.m. might actually be what you really think and feel underneath everything else. So next time you wake up at 3 a.m., before you grab your phone, just lie there for a minute. Let whatever comes, come. Your brain is not broken. It is doing something very old, very human, and maybe something worth listening to. If this changed how you see those 3 a.m. wake-ups, hit that like button. Subscribe, because we go into places most people walk right past. And drop a comment below. You wake up at 3 a.m. What thoughts come to you when everything else is quiet? I genuinely want to know.